Hey everyone, it's your girl, Dr. Val, and welcome to Let's Talk for My Sister Friends. You are on the right channel if you want to be encouraged, motivated, uplifted, and pushed into the best life possible that you can live. All right, stay tuned. Join me as we talk about, do you know who you are? Do you really know? Hey, everybody, welcome back. It's your girl, Dr. Val. I'm so excited that you're here with me today. We are talking about, do you know who you are? And I know at first when I asked that question, many of you are thinking, of course, I know who I am. Of course. But see, this is the thing. I'm not talking about DNA, although that plays a part. I'm not talking about what your mom calls you or your best friends call you by name. But do you really know who you are? So, what I see most of the time when it comes to living our best lives possible, sister friend, is that I see that the fact that a lot of women do not know who they are. Let's break this down a little bit. So, every circumstance and situation that you've been through is sitting with you right now as you listen to me. It's a part of you. It's a part of you. It dictates how you respond. It dictates how you hear. It dictates how you behave, what you do. Every single experience, both good and bad, is with you right now. And for some of you, that has shaped who you have become. So, this is why I'm asking, do you know who you are? Last week, I talked about sometimes we play a role in our own lives and we become characters that even we don't recognize because we've been doing certain things for so long. So, do you really know who you are, or do you know who you have become? Because this is what has been expected of you, or this is what you have done, or this is who you are because you went into survival mode. Yeah. One thing about not being happy, there are many factors that contribute to that, but one thing for sure, excuse me, that contributes to that is not really understanding how God created you and what He intended for you to do while here on this earth. Somewhere in the midst of us living out life and doing the daily things that we do, that seems to get lost. Who God really created me to be, what He's really created me to do, and how He's created me to act. If we have more time, I will talk about how we have a personal side of us and a public side of us. Everybody has it. That's just the way we are. When we're in public, certain things happen and kick in, and when we're in private, certain things happen and kick in. Certain parts of our personality come forth depending on what situation we're in. And I could tell you this: hurt, unhealed hurt that has been glossed over, trauma that has been glossed over, disappointment that has just been put to the side and not dealt with, guarantee you 100% it has affected who you have become, who you see yourself as, and who people see you as. I feel like I'm stumbling over my words, but I'm going to get this out. Situations, none of us can avoid situations, be them good or bad, because as long as we're living, we're going to experience things, right? And some of us, sister friends, let's just take it here, have been hurt so much that we have this hard shell, this hard wall up that no one could get past. And your position is, oh, that's just how I am. No, 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 no. That's how you have become to be, because that's what you felt like you had to do in order to survive, in order to make it, in order to not be taken advantage of. And the thing is, we all should protect ourselves. That is normal when necessary. But the thing is, when protection gets over into the rest of your life, the other parts of your life where you really don't need protection, this could be with family, a spouse, your employer, your coworkers, friends. You have this facade like nothing bothers you. Let me tell you a story. I have a friend who, for a season, this friend was support to me. And I remember the first time I cried in front of my friend. Her response to me was, I don't even know what to say because I've never seen you cry before. Unbeknownst to her, when I'm by myself or when I was by myself, I would cry quite often because I was unhappy. I was miserable. But the day came where I was just so overwhelmed that I just began to cry and weep in front of her. And she didn't even know how to handle it because the facade that I had carried for so long, the wall that was up for so long had become what people began to recognize me by, even though that's not who I really was. That's what they knew me to be. Oh, nothing bothers her. Oh, she's going to bounce back. She's going to be cool. She'll be all right. And at a certain point, I was like, no, I won't. No, I'm not. I'm not okay. I'm not all right. And so for me, I did not know who I was. I did not know the Valerie that I was supposed to be. I did not know how she was supposed to operate because I had been operating under so much hurt, disappointment, and not only disappointment from other people, but disappointment in myself because I felt like I made so many mistakes. And I could cry right now. I'm free of it, but I'm still, I mean, it's just so emotional. I felt like I had made so many mistakes, didn't dot every I and cross every T. And then that's as an adult, but then add my childhood in there. Relationship with family members in there. Failed marriages, too, by the way, in there. All before I was 20 years old. And that's a whole nother story. We're going to have to talk about that, why that happened. But that all happened because of hurt. Then I find myself living this life and being in this place and doing things and saying things that in my heart of hearts, I really wanted to be different. I'm talking about me. And I know there's somebody out there who understands what I'm saying, even though it feels like my words are not coming together. But I hope you get what I mean. My heart has been broken so much that my promise to myself is I would never let another person break my heart again. And those words, and I have so much going through my mind right now, but listen, those words played out. I found myself living a shadow of the best life a shadow of the life that God wanted for me. And I had to get healed. And this can work in the opposite too, because I know that you're saying, well, I've never been hurt like that, or I'm already healed. But this works in the opposite because you could be too happy. The facade is you're just overjoyed every day. That's not realistic. You're smiling all the time. Not realistic. I'm not trying to say a lot of words, I'm trying to say the right words. Do you know who you are really? Not based on DNA, not based on relationships, but who are you? And have you been shaped by what you've gone through? Because this is not even how I intended this to go. I'm telling you, this is not how I intended for this to go. But not what you do, because what you do is not who you are. It's a function of who you are. Are you finding satisfaction in what you do only because that's all you know to do? Are you a workaholic? Are you a shopaholic? Are you addicted to food? Are you addicted to sex? What about drugs? Are you addicted to the praises of people? Do you want to always seem like you got it, everything in order? Are you a perfectionist? Is there room in your life for people to connect to the real you? Who are you? Who are you? Just take a moment to answer that. Who are you? So at this point in my life, because I'm healed, I understand who I am. And I'm unapologetic about that. I am a lover of people. I'm most definitely an encourager of women. My heart is to see all women live their best lives. And anything that I could say to support in that, or anything that I could do to help with that, that's what I want to do. I'm unapologetic. I'm unafraid. If I believe God told me to do it, I'm going to do it without hesitation. And that I don't apologize for, except to Him when I step out when I'm wrong and I should wait, right? For more direction. But this video did not go as I had anticipated at all. I do have a handout that's free that's with this video. You're going to click the link below, you can get it. And it's just a journey to discovering yourself. What you like, what you don't like, you know, your tendencies, your appetites. Because, sister friend, some of us are a shadow of who we should be. And we're not really living from an authentic place of who we are because of things that have happened in our lives, situations that have occurred, people who have hurt us. So, my encouragement to you, in order to live your best life possible, find out who you are. Do you really like that, or is that just what you do because that's all you've known? Do you really want to go to those places, or is that just what people expect of you? Is that really your opinion, or have you allowed people to talk for you when you should be speaking for yourself? Do you really want to be around that person? Do you even like that person at this point in your life? And liking and loving are two different things. I didn't say love them because we're all commissioned and commanded to love, but do you even like being around the people you are around, or are you just stuck? Who are you? I think I might have to come back and do a part two. I don't know, because this video did not go the way that I had planned, but let that resonate with you. Who am I? Download the handout, work through it. And for some of you, I know that if you give yourself wholly and solely to that process of discovering and rediscovering who you are, you're going to find that things begin to fall off of you, weights and stressors that you've been carrying because you're trying to live a life that was never meant for you to live. Okay? Okay. This is I don't know. Like I said, it's a different kind of video, but it is what it is. It's meant for us to know who we are in God so that we can fulfill the purposes that He has called us to fulfill. So we're not out there doing things that we shouldn't do, that's not part of our destiny, that's not part of the plan that He has for us. So, to be honest, I don't even know what I'm going to talk about next week, but that's okay because I want you to join me every Thursday, 5 p.m. Videos are posted, and just come back and join me, okay? And I'll see you next Thursday. Bye.